Magandang umaga mga kamag-aral. Ang balita ngayon ay tungkol sa isang lalaking na food poison dahil kumain ng hindi masyadong lutong pagkain sa isang restaurant. Ang magulat o relaxing na.
Magandang araw po, sir. Ano po pangalan nila?
Oo nga po pala si Jericho Caldas.
Balita po namin kayo ay isang biktima ng food poisoning. Maaari niyo po ba itong ikwento?
Opo, bali ganito po kasi yan. Last 2 months po kasi, kung naka-experience po ako ng food poison, akala ng mama ko, sakit lang ng tiyan. Pero nung sumunod, may ilang din nagreklamo dahil sa siomay na binibenta sa kanto-kanto.
So, ano po yung mga sintomas na naramdaman niyo?
Sumakit yung tiyan ko, tsaka nagsuka-suka ako, at tapos nahihilo. At pabalik-balik ako sa banyo nun. Tapos, nung kinagabihan, doon kinagabihan, nilagnat ako. Tapos, doon ako pina-check up ng mama ko.
So, ano po yung maipapayo niyo sa ating mga manonood upang maiwasan ng food poisoning?
Iwasan po sana natin kumain kung saan-saan, tsaka wag po sana basta-basta bumibili sa kanto-kanto lang. Lalong-lalo na po sa mga bata. Thank you po.
Maraming salamat po, sir.
Hey, good afternoon. My name is Juan, and this topic is all about the food poisoning. And we're going to discuss about the food poisoning, causes of food poisoning, treating food poisoning, and preventing food poisoning. Food poisoning is an illness caused by eating contaminated food. It's not usually serious, and most people get better without a few days without treatment. In most cases of food poisoning, the food is contaminated by bacteria such as Salmonella or Escherichia coli, or a virus such as the norovirus. Signs and symptoms. The symptoms of food poisoning usually begin with 1 to 2 days of eating contaminated food, although they may start at any point between a few hours and several weeks later. The main symptoms include feeling sick, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea which may contain blood or mucus, which includes diarrhea which may contain blood or mucus, stomach cramps and abdominal pain, a lack of energy and weakness, loss of appetite, a high fever temperature, aching muscles, chills. In most cases, these symptoms will pass in a few days and you will make full recovery. What to do? Most people with food poisoning recover at home and don't need any specific treatment, although there are some situations where you should see your GP, a general practitioner, for advice. Until you feel better, you should rest and drink fluids to prevent dehydration. Try to drink plenty of water even if you can only sip it. Eat when you feel up to eat, but try small light meals, and first and stick to bland foods such as toast bread. Such as toast, crackers, bananas, and rice until you begin to feel better. Oral dehydration solution, which are also available from pharmacies, are recommended for more vulnerable people such as the elderly and those with another health condition. You should contact your GP or the physician or general practitioner if your symptoms are severe. For example, if you are unable to keep down any fluids because you are vomiting repeatedly, your symptoms don't start to improve after a few days, you have symptoms of severe dehydration such as confusion, rapid heartbeat, sunken eyes, and passing little or no urine. You're pregnant, you're over 60, your baby or young child has suspected food poisoning. You have a long-term underlying condition such as inflammatory bowel disease, heart valve disease, diabetes, or kidney disease. In this situation, your GP may send off a stool sample for analysis and prescribe antibiotics, or they may refer you to hospital so you can be looked after more closely. How is food contaminated? Food can become contaminated at any stage during production, processing, or cooking. For example, it can be contaminated by not cooking food thoroughly, particularly meat, not correctly storing food that needs to be chilled at below 5 Celsius, leaving cooked food for too long at warm temperature, not sufficiently reheating previously cooked food, someone who is ill or who has dirty hands touching the food, eating food that has passed its use by date, the spread of bacteria between contaminated fruits contamination. Food can be contaminated. How is food contaminated? Food can be contaminated at any stage during production, processing, or cooking. For example, it can be contaminated by not cooking food thoroughly, not correctly storing food that needs to be chilled at below 5 Celsius, leaving cooked food for too long at warm temperatures, not sufficiently heating or reheating previously cooked food, someone who is ill or who has dirty hands touching the food, eating food that has past its use by date, the spread of bacteria between contaminated food or cross-contaminations, food particularly susceptible to contamination if not handled, stored, or cooked properly, included raw meat and poultry, raw eggs, raw shellfish, and pasteurized milk, ready-to-eat foods such as cooked sliced meats, pate, soaked cheese, and pre-packed sandwiches. That's it. Anyway, have a good day.